Hi, I'm Alison Cairns, and thank you for joining me on this 90-minute journey into the world of energy. There's so much that I'm going to talk about today, including some experiential exercises. So before we get into things, you'll need to find a space where you won't be disturbed. Wear headphones or earphones if you can. The next 90 minutes is for you and your journey into self-discovery and well-being. First, we'll dive into a topic that's actually part of Module 1 of my Energy Mastery course. So if you're wondering if this is for you, then this is a good way to see what it's all about. We'll then talk about energy, what it is, where it's from, along with the understanding of the basic chakra system. Then I'll guide you through some gentle exercises, breathing techniques, and then we'll get to my favorite part where you'll actually learn how to feel energy for yourself. And finally, I'll take you through a summary of practical ways in which you can improve your own energy. And these are all simple and easy to incorporate into your daily routines. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start by talking about the mind-body connection. Your thoughts and emotions will not only affect your emotional and mental health, but it will also affect your physical body. Or in other words, what you think about becomes your reality and vice versa. And this isn't only the reality of your mind, it's also the reality of your physical body. But because your thoughts are so closely linked to your emotions, it's almost impossible to have a thought without an emotion attached to it, or to have an emotion without a corresponding thought. It's obvious that your thoughts and your emotions affect your mental and emotional health, but it's important to understand that they affect your physical health as well. For example, when you're afraid, your heart will beat more quickly, you may start to sweat, and your blood pressure rises. Once the threat is gone, then your body eventually returns to its normal state. But something doesn't actually have to be happening for you to have a physical response or to have a physical change in your body. For example, when you watch a movie and something tragic happens, you may actually feel empathetic towards the person, and sometimes even feel their sadness and pain yourself. Or take a horror film where the suspense builds up and you find yourself actually feeling like you're the one being chased or hunted. Aside from feeling frightened or even terrified, some of the corresponding physical sensations may be tight muscles, a pounding heart, rapid breathing, or even a churning stomach. Although after the scene you may quickly return to a calmer state, know that prolonged harboring of negative emotions such as sadness, stress, grief, or anger can lead to very serious physical conditions of the body. And these thoughts and emotions don't even need to be real in order to impact you on the physical, emotional, and mental levels. So we perceive things through our five senses, and these are sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. The non-physical world, or the unseen, is therefore defined as things we can't perceive with any of our traditional five senses. But just because you can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Our thoughts and our emotions affect us significantly, and many times even more than the physical world. Now imagine you've been punched in the arm. You'll get a bruise, but after a few days, this will fade. However, imagine that someone says something to you that's very hurtful. This may stay with you much longer, sometimes weeks, years, or even a lifetime. Even thinking about this person years later can bring back the hurt and pain that they've caused you. So these invisible thoughts and emotions will impact you, but over time, it can also cause physical conditions to your body. Or have you ever met someone and automatically felt at ease and comfortable? Or the opposite can happen, when you meet someone and you immediately want to get away and feel repelled. What you're feeling or sensing is their energy, even if they haven't spoken to you or done something to make you feel a certain way. It's their energy that you're picking up, and this may be positive or negative. Some people are more sensitive than others, and it can be very overwhelming for them to even walk in a busy town or city, as they're absorbing all of the energy from others within that place. If your workplace is filled with stress and other negative emotions or energies, then as positive as you may be, it can be really tough not to get pulled down as well. Sometimes other people can actually drain you of your energy. These are known as energy vampires, and it can happen consciously or unconsciously. So if at all possible, it's important to surround yourself with positive people who can uplift you and make you feel good. Your body has the innate ability to heal itself. As you already know, you can heal from cuts, bruises, and burns. Depending on the degree of the cut, the bruise, or the burn, this could take several days or weeks, but eventually these will heal on their own. For coughs and colds, given that there isn't something else going on that's serious, like an underlying infection, in time your body will heal from coughs and colds. This will take shorter or longer, depending on your health, your age, and the amount of rest that you get. Even broken bones will heal on their own. Think about when you break an arm or a leg and it's set in a cast or a plaster cast. Is it the cast that heals, or is it your body that does the healing? So the next question is, what is needed to facilitate this healing process? In every culture and civilization throughout time, there's been the concept of energy or life force that essentially gives and sustains life. This vital life force or energy runs through all living beings and unifies the body, spirit, and mind. In Chinese, this is called qi. In Japan, it's called ki. In India, it's called prana, and in Italian, it's called anima. This concept has been around for thousands of years and forms the basis of many spiritual practices, including yoga and martial arts. It also forms the basis of acupuncture and energy healing modalities and other methods of non-touch therapies that help to unblock and balance your energy centers to increase the flow of life force within your body. It's this vital life force that must be present to allow your body to heal, let alone give you life. So where does this energy come from? Energy is all around us, and the main sources of prana are from the sun, the air, and the earth. So if you can imagine, you're standing outside, barefoot in a beautiful grassy meadow. The sun is shining brightly, and you can feel the warmth of the sun's rays on your skin. This is the solar prana from the sun that you're absorbing into your energetic system. You can also feel the cool air on your skin and flowing through your hair. The air prana enters into your body as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, the used up prana gets expelled from your body. The air prana also enters into your body via your energy centers. And as you're standing in the soft grass, ground prana is being absorbed through your bare feet and into your body. Now the food you eat also contains prana. Plants are nourished by the sun and by water that is absorbed from the ground. Animals also get solar, air, and ground prana, which are passed on to us as a source of food. So what are these energy centers that exist and facilitates the flow of energy throughout our bodies? Chakras translate to whirling wheels in Sanskrit. Each has a physical, emotional, and psychological function for the body. Fresh prana gets absorbed into the body and expels the dirty and used up energy. When chakras are blocked, this process can't happen efficiently, and that's when you begin to experience conditions to the body and mind. Over a longer period of time, this can manifest as a chronic and even severe physical condition to the body. When your energetic system is clogged up and blocked, or if it isn't getting enough of this vital life energy, you'll feel this physically, emotionally, and even mentally. There are a number of ways in which you can address these issues, and I'm going to share with you the ones that you can do yourself and are pretty much free and easy to do. Of course, you probably already know some or even most of these, but the important thing is to do them and understand why you're doing them. Remember, we tend to only trust what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and feel. So the unseen things are often left to the wayside and falls down our list of priorities, even though they're probably more important to our overall physical, emotional, and mental health. So we're going to start by doing a few gentle physical exercises. So you'll need to stand up, but you won't need a lot of room. And we're going to do this in order to allow our energy to flow and circulate better throughout our bodies. And this will help us to relax, to experience the exercises a little bit better, and to enhance your chances of possibly even learning to feel energy for yourself. So if you can get up, pause this video if you need to, but we're going to start by some very, very gentle exercises, starting by just moving your head from one side to the other. And we're going to do several of these, probably about 12 times each. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now I want you to move your head from down to up, but be careful on the way up not to go too far. Just be gentle on your neck. And again, this is just to maximize the flow within our body of this vital life force energy. Okay, now we're going to do some upper body twists. So just put your arms in front of you and keep your hips facing forward, and we're just going to twist from one side to the other. This also helps to loosen some stubborn or blocked energy within some of your energy centers. And this is also why, and we'll discuss later on, why exercise is so good for releasing any blockages, to help to expel any dirty or used up energies within your system. Okay, now we're going to do some hip rolls. So we're going to go clockwise first. Just rotate your hips in one direction. Okay, and then just the other direction as well. Okay, now we're going to take our arms and we're going to do arm circles going backwards first. And then forwards. And really feel the stretch. Try not to just go through the motions, but really feel the stretch as your arms move back, around and forwards to get the full sensation of this exercise. Okay, now I'd like you to take your hands and put them into fists, and you're going to pretend you're throwing something down onto the floor quite vigorously like this. Okay, I'm going to do that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I want you to now put your hands in front of you into those fists, and I want you to open up your fingers and really stretch so that you can feel the skin between your fingers stretching out. Okay, now we're going to do wrist rotations one way. And then the other. Okay, and then I want you to take one of your hands and the thumb from the other hand. I want you to place a nice firm indent into the center of your palm. And then on the other side as well. Okay, and those are the exercises, and we'll be right back to start your breathing exercise. So for the next part, we're going to practice some deep abdominal breathing. And this is a technique that's really helpful to calm you down, not only physically, but also in your mind. And it helps you to calm your emotions. It helps to give you better mental clarity. And this is best if you can do it daily in the morning for at least 5 minutes. It really sets you up for your day. Or even if you're at work, for example, or doing something quite hectic. If you can take 5 minutes to do this deep abdominal breathing, or what I'm going to do today is pranic breathing, then it will really help to clear the clutter. So if you have an important conversation that you need to have, that could be a difficult conversation, or it could be something that's very important, do this deep abdominal breathing or do this pranic breathing, and it'll really help to clear things up so that you can communicate more effectively, feel calmer, so that you can convey what you need to say and get what you want done in a much better way. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Sit down comfortably, and in order to do deep abdominal breathing, you need to draw in air from your belly or your abdominal area. So what you're going to do, you can take one of your hands, place it onto your belly button or your navel, and I want you to breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe in, I want you to breathe in to your belly. Take the air into your belly, then slowly and gently start to fill your lower lungs, your mid lungs, and your upper lungs. Okay, so it's going to be a nice, slow, and deep breath. So if you just want to get rid of all of the air now, just take a nice exhale or a quick breath out. Slowly and gently breathe in through your nose, filling in your abdominal area, your lower lungs, your mid lungs, and your upper lungs. And you'll notice that your hand moves out with your stomach or your abdominal area. When you're finished that, hold for a few seconds, then slowly, gently, and fully release out of your mouth. And allow your abdominal area to come back in towards your spine. Hold again for another few seconds. And breathe in again, gently, slowly and fully in through your nose, through your belly, lower lungs, mid lungs, and upper lungs. Hold. Then gently and fully exhale now. And at empty retention, I want you to hold again for another few seconds. And this is basically the cycle. For pranic breathing, the one that I personally do is 6-3-6-3 breathing. So what I do is I inhale in through my nose for 6 counts. Then I hold for 3 counts. And I gently exhale for another 6 counts. And I hold again for 3 counts. So it's a nice rhythmic breathing cycle. And if you can do this for 5 minutes, again, undisturbed, just close your eyes. It's really relaxing, but it also helps to clear away the clutter. Now, even further, if you can learn how to do this as your normal way of breathing. So just take a couple of days, practice this breathing whenever you can, whenever you're not talking, whenever you're not eating or singing or anything to do with your mouth. Nobody will know. You could be walking outside, you could be grocery shopping, whatever you're doing. You can do this deep abdominal breathing. And if you can replace this with your normal breathing, it's going to take no more time out of your day, and you'll benefit from getting more energy, getting more prana into your system, okay? So we're going to do a few minutes of this just to relax ourselves, and then we're going to go straight into feeling energy. And just so that I can describe this to you and we can go straight into it, remember when I asked you to press into your palms with your thumb quite firmly, okay? So just do that again, okay? And while you have your eyes closed, after we've done a few cycles of this deep abdominal breathing, then I'm going to ask you to raise your hands with your eyes closed. And if you need to look, then see what I'm doing, but try to keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands together in front of you and don't have them touching. Just have them about an inch or two apart, about here. And with your breathing, with your deep abdominal breathing continuing, you're going to gently move your hands slowly apart, okay? And I'll guide you through this. And what you're going to be doing is bringing it outwards to about shoulder's width. And then I'm going to ask you to bring your hands back in slowly, doing your deep abdominal breathing and focusing on the area in between your palms. And again, I'm going to guide you through this so you don't have to remember. And we're going to do a few cycles of moving our hands in and out like we're playing an invisible accordion, okay? And all this time we're going to be doing our deep abdominal breathing, okay, moving our hands slowly in and out. And again, guiding you, I'm just going to see how many of you actually start to feel something, okay? So gently close your eyes, get into a comfortable position. Don't have your legs or your arm crossed. Try to keep your body open, okay? Whether you're sitting down or lying down, that's absolutely fine. And I want you to close your eyes and start with an exhale. So let go of everything, relax your entire body. Then gently, slowly breathe in through your nose and hold. And exhale slowly, fully and gently out through your mouth. And hold. Breathing in again, in through your nose. Gently, but as deep as you can. Hold. And exhale slowly, gently and fully, allowing your entire body to relax. And hold. This time, breathe in through your nose as deep as you can. And imagine beautiful white light entering into your body. And hold. And exhale out through your mouth, releasing all negative and used up energies out of your pores, your hands, and out of your feet. Breathe in this wonderful, vital life force energy in through your nose, filling your lungs, filling your being and every single cell of your body. Hold. And exhale out through your mouth, releasing this as dirty gray smoke. And hold. Now smile as you breathe in. You're breathing in love, light, and joy into your body. And hold. And exhale. Any negative emotions, any stress, any worries, these are all coming out of your body. And hold. Breathing in through your nose. Hold. And exhale. And hold. Breathe in. Hold. And exhale. And hold. Inhale. Hold. And exhale, slowly, gently and fully, relaxing your entire body. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Hold and relax. Now I want you to continue with this deep abdominal breathing or this rhythmic breathing exercise at your own pace, always remembering to hold at the top and the bottom of every breath. And as you're doing this deep abdominal breathing, I want you, if you can with your eyes closed, just to raise your hands to the position that I described to you before, with your hands close together but not touching out in front of you. Your hands should be about 1 inch or 2 apart. And as you're breathing in through your nose and out, I want you to notice the area in between your palms. And you're going to slowly and gently just move your hands outwards so that they become further apart. You're going to move this slowly until you get to about shoulders width. And when you get to about shoulders width, you're going to stop all the time doing your deep abdominal breathing and paying attention to the area in between your hands. And you're going to move your hands slowly back towards the original position with your hands close together but not touching. All the time being aware of the area of your palms and the area in between your palms. When you get back to the original position where your palms are not touching, then you're going to focus on your breathing, the area of your palms and in between your palms as you move your hands back outwards towards shoulders width. And you're going to continue to do so like you're playing an invisible accordion, focusing on your breath and the area of your palms and between your palms. Always coming back to the position with your hands close but not touching. Continue to do this at your own pace. Always remembering to breathe in with a hold at top. And exhale. And holding at empty retention. And all the time you're moving your hands very slowly and very gently, placing your awareness on your palms and the space in between your palms. And continue to do this exercise. And I want you to gently notice or place your awareness on any sensations you may be feeling, however subtle. Continue with your breath and place your awareness onto your palms and the area or the space in between your palms as you breathe in and out slowly. Okay, we're going to do another couple of rounds of this on your own time. And you should be on your final cycle of moving your hands slowly outwards towards about shoulders width and bringing them back in, placing your awareness on the center of your palms and the space in between your palms. And when you're finished, I'd like you to slowly open your eyes. Okay, so when I do this seminar in person, when I do this exercise with clients, I find that definitely more than half of the people will mention some kind of a sensation that they felt. And I just want you to jot down, if you have any paper, or think about what you may have felt yourself. Okay, some of the sensations that have been described are people feeling a heat okay, when their hands get closer together. Some people describe feeling almost like there's a cloud in between your hands, so there's a little bit of resistance. Some people say they feel something magnetic, okay, almost like it's being drawn together or even drawn apart, okay? Those are quite common. Some people also say they feel a tingling or a slight prickly feeling in the center of their palms. And some people describe something even from their fingertips, okay? So if you felt any of those, then that's absolutely normal, and carry on. I mean, this is energy you're feeling, something that we can't see with the naked eye. But again, just because you can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, okay? So if you practice this, then the sensitivity of your hands will increase. But you need to get into a nice, deep, relaxed state in order to do this, so that your mind isn't working nonstop like it normally does when you're doing things on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you haven't felt anything, then don't worry. That's normal as well. I didn't feel anything myself when I first did this exercise. And most of the time when you don't feel something, it might be because there's a lot on your mind and you're not actually fully relaxed. So you might want to try the deep abdominal breathing a little bit more, because when your mind is constantly working, it's almost impossible to clear things, to get into that state of relaxation. Because nowadays in modern society, everything's go, go, go. And it's important that we slow down to recharge and relax. Now, also, if you didn't feel anything, it could also be because you're very mind driven. Now, my career used to be in finance. I was trained to think, to analyze, and to use my mind. And it didn't make sense to shut it off. So me sitting here doing this relaxation technique, I'd be like, is it over yet? You know, it just wasn't something that I could do. But with practice, it is easy, but you need to try, because it's essential for your overall well-being. Now, another thing that just came to my mind of what people feel, someone actually said to me that they felt like there was like liquid running down their arms. Okay, so they felt this almost like a gush of energy coming out of their arms, and that's normal as well. Now, if you think you may have felt something but you're not sure, once your mind kicks in, then normally the sensitivity in your hands or your body reduces. So again, I encourage you to try this exercise on your own, or repeat this video so that you can get the most out of it. So we're gonna do a demo of energy healing. Now, as I'm a pranic healer, this is going to be a demo for you of a pranic healing session. So this is Anthea. I haven't known her for very long. So Anthea, thank you for being the volunteer here. Have you ever received an energy healing or pranic healing treatment from me before?
No.
No, okay. Do you have any current issues with any parts of your body? Nothing that's chronic or long-term, but just maybe a pain that may have developed or something like that.
My lower back sometimes hurts.
Okay, is it hurting at the moment?
A little.
A little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to demo doing a healing session on Anthea here. Now, just to explain, this is a non-touch therapy. Pranic healing is a non-touch therapy. It's all energetic. I do have a couple of things that I use. So down here on the floor, that is a salt water bowl. Now, water draws energy and salt disintegrates it. So it's kind of like a waste disposal bin, or a bin where I need to direct the negative energy to. I also use an alcohol spray, and this is for energetic hygiene. So obviously, as we're removing energetically a lot of the negative or dirty energy from Anthea and directing it to the bin, I also want to make sure that I don't absorb any of that. So this alcohol spray will help to disintegrate those negative energies. So I'm just going to start with sweeping the inner aura of Anthea. We call this the general sweep in pranic healing. I'm just gonna do a few motions like this and direct the dirty, diseased energy into the saltwater bowl. And ideally you would place your bowl in an area that is convenient for you. For example, it could be right beside you so that you can just direct the energy there. Okay, and I'm just going to ask Anthea, do you mind turning around? So I'm just going to do the back as well. So are you okay, Anthea?
I'm feeling amazing, thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Really good.
Now, some people are more sensitive than others. For example, when I had my first treatment done, I don't normally feel anything. I would say on an energetic level, I'm not very sensitive, but that's absolutely fine. It's normal. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. Now, Anthea, I had a short discussion with her prior to this demo, and she's actually very sensitive. Some people are very sensitive to energy. As I described in the previous section of this video, some people even going to a busy city or a crowded area find it very, very hard to do because there's a lot of energy surrounding you from all the different people, positive and negative, and some people tend to absorb that and feel possibly even the thoughts and emotions of the surrounding area and people as well, so that they can't stay in a specific place for a very long time. They need to, go home and retreat and, have a little bit of space. So Anthea, again, she told me that she is very sensitive, so she may describe things to you that are a little bit more than if, for example, it was the other way around and she was doing a healing for me. I would just say, oh, I feel pretty good. So, okay, so now I'm going to start cleansing the area of concern. And she mentioned that sometimes she gets a little bit of pain in her lower back. And right now there is some discomfort. So we'll see if we can remove some of that right now. And remembering to cleanse my hands as well. And would you say that this is muscular?
Yeah, definitely muscular.
Okay, so knowing the cause of the issues helps a lot, because that would help to guide me in terms of what I would do. But in pranic healing, you always start with cleansing. Cleansing is probably the most important step that you would do within pranic healing before you start to energize. Okay, there's also corresponding chakras that are related to certain types of pain. So I'm also going to start to cleanse. Now, the wonderful thing about pranic healing as well, right now I'm doing a demo for you when it's an in-person healing. So obviously you can see the person standing in front of me, and I'm doing the healing on her area of pain as well as some corresponding chakras. Now, it's also possible to do this distantly. So if Anthea wasn't actually in here in this room, I could still do a healing on her because this is all energetic, where there are no boundaries of space and time, basically. So, you know, I have parents who are in Canada, and I can do healings on them. Whether or not we're on video or not, it doesn't matter. The healing still works, but this is just a demo of an in-person healing. Okay, so I've just cleansed a couple of the corresponding chakras, as well as the area of concern. Okay, and I'm just going to do one more chakra that's sometimes affected. Sorry, can you just turn around 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Feeling all right?
I'm feeling really good.
Okay.
I can feel the change.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to start to energize. I feel that I've done sufficient cleansing. Sometimes, depending on the actual condition or the severity of the pain, you might cleanse for a longer period of time. But for this purpose, I'm just going to end the cleansing there and start to energize.
It feels really clean, so
Okay, perfect. If you turn around, I'm just going to energize the area as well as the chakras that I worked on as well. So I'm drawing in prana from the air. So I'm holding my hand out like this, and I'm projecting it to the area that I'm intending to energize. Okay, and always stabilizing the energy. And then I'm also going to energize the area of concern. All right, so how is your pain? It doesn't always happen instantly, so sometimes I give it a while for the energy to sink in, but Anthea, as I said, it's quite sensitive, so if you can just have a few words here.
yeah. So before, I'd say the pain was probably about a 6 or 7 out of 10, and now it's probably about a 1 or a 2, so it's decreased massively.
Okay,
Yeah,
oh wonderful.
really good. Yeah,
That's
moving around. Oh yeah, really
okay,
good.
and overall, is there any other kind of feeling or a sensation that you have?
Generally, overall, my body feels really clean and energized almost.
Okay.
Yeah, really
And
good.
that was just doing a minute or two of cleansing and some energizing. So as you can see, healing can be very easy. Again, I used to work in finance, very mental, very mind driven. So something like this wasn't even on my radar. But after I learned the systematic way, almost like a scientific cookbook approach to healing, it was so easy to do. And anybody can do it. You know, I used to think only special people could be healers, but it's not the case. Everybody has the ability to do it. And having this ability when you have a family, you have loved ones, there's always people that have needs. And I've got a family of three boys, you know, and when I started learning, they were 3 young boys, and there was always something going on. And this, first, I must say, this never replaces orthodox medicine. This never replaces going to the doctors. I still bring my children to the doctors when I need to, because as a healer, you never diagnose. You need to, you know, take the appropriate avenues to diagnose whatever is going on. And then I can complement this by doing a healing session. And it's worked wonders. I feel more empowered. I don't feel helpless. And it's all something from the palm of my hands, literally. So thank you so much, Anthea.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed that demo. So now that we've talked all about energy and you understand how this can affect you on every single level from your physical, emotional, and mental health, it's time to summarize all of it so that you can take steps to improve your own energy. And what I always start with is your breath. Now, deep abdominal breathing is a simple and such an easy technique that there really is no excuse to start taking deeper and longer breaths. And this not only brings in more oxygen into your body and into your system, it also brings more prana into your energetic system as well. So with deep abdominal breathing, this is very effective, especially when you're super busy, especially when you're busy, not just physically doing things, but also busy in the mind. Now, when you can't control your thoughts, when you can't control your emotions, because we do all get wrapped up in a lot of things that go on in our lives, then you can start by controlling your breath or starting with the physical. And if you just do the deep abdominal breathing as we discussed, or if you even come back to this video just to have a nice guided session, then this will benefit you tremendously. And as I said, if you can make this a normal part of your routine or your everyday breathing, your normal breathing, then it won't even take any more time out of your day. The next thing is something that's very close to me, and that's meditation. Now, my career was in finance, and never in my life would I have ever imagined that I would be someone who meditates every day. Now, my life was a mess, and I think I was just in such a busy time of my life that my thoughts and emotions were getting the better of me. Now, things got to a point where I actually hit rock bottom and I didn't know what else to do, where else to go. And so I finally took some advice from people that I would never have taken before. And that was to slow down and meditate. And so I tried it, and it actually and literally changed my life, transformed my life. So I would like to share the one that I do every day with you so that you can try it for yourself. Now, it's only 20 minutes long. So if at all, just give it a try. This could be something that could help you as much as it helped me. So I have it in the description below for you to download. And I also have a separate video where I go through how to get the most out of your meditation for this specific one, which is the Meditation on Twin Hearts by Master Choco Kusui. So meditation is key. Have a look at that video and try it for yourself. And please let me know if this works for you as well. Another one of the things to do to improve your energy is to take a salt bath. Now again, simple and easy to do, and you need to bathe or shower anyways. So you can either take a salt bath or a salt shower. But if you can, I would make an effort to at least once a week take a salt bath, because this will also help you to slow down and give yourself some self-care to relax your body. Now, with the salt bath, you would have warm water. You would take 1 kilo of salt, which isn't just a sprinkle of salt. This is going to be several handfuls of salt so that you can really get the benefits. Now, water draws energy and salt disintegrates it. Water draws energy and salt disintegrates it. So this will really flush out and cleanse a lot of your energetic system, or a lot of the negative thoughts and emotions that you accumulate throughout the day. Now, if you take a salt shower, it would be the same concept. You would be in the shower, you would wet your body, and you would take some salt, take handfuls of salt, and just put it over certain parts of your body. Now, if you know where the chakras are, now that is where you will focus. So on your throat, your heart center, your solar plexus, just have a look at some websites. You can see where these are: the top of your head, your forehead, between your eyebrows, your navel, your set chakra, your basic chakra. Don't forget the ones in the back as well. Now, if you leave the salt there for a couple of minutes minimum, then it will also draw out a lot of these negative energies that you accumulate in your system. So when you're done with all of that, rinse it all off. Now, one thing to mention about the salt bath: at some point, submerge your entire body, including your head, into this salt bath, because you have energy centers even at the top of your head, and you really want to make the most of it and cleanse all of the energetic parts of your body, including the chakras. The next thing is really a no-brainer. It is to eat fresh foods. Now, as we learned earlier, foods also absorb a lot of prana, and this is from the sun, the air, and the earth. So the closer your foods are to its natural state, the more prana it will contain. Try your best to have fresh fruits and vegetables. Eating raw is good, or lightly cooked foods, and try to stay away from highly preserved foods, or obviously fast foods and processed foods, because these foods will contain very little to no prana. Spending time outdoors is very important, again, for the reason of absorbing prana through the sun for solar prana, the air to breathe in fresh prana, and the earth. If you can go barefoot, that would really help to absorb more prana into your body and into your system. Exercising is key, and this is a good way to expel a lot of the negative energy from your body and system. As we did those light exercises before the feeling energy exercise and the deep abdominal breathing, that was to help to loosen up some of that stagnant energy, to really expel and release that energy. Now, when you do more vigorous exercise, obviously, this will expel even more, and this will help to cleanse your energetic system. Be kind to others. This is very, very important on many levels, and I'll go into this in more detail on some other videos that are dedicated to this. But not only are you helping somebody else, but you're also doing something kind, which therefore will generate more positive emotions, more higher vibrations within yourself. And the more you do for others, then the more you're entitled to receive. And this is a cycle or a balance that's necessary to keep things flowing. Do things that you enjoy. Obviously, this makes a lot of sense. When you do things you enjoy, you'll smile, you'll laugh, you'll enjoy it, and therefore you will generate more positive emotions. Sometimes it might be difficult. You might have a life where you have to do something rather than wanting to do something. And this could be work, this could be tending to family members and things like that. But you must find the time to do things that you enjoy as well, whatever time that is. And it's truly important, because if you're constantly giving and not resting, then you're not giving your body and mind a chance to reset and to recharge, which is crucial for your well-being. Now, thinking positive is also critical, just like everything else. You might think that one negative thought is just a simple thought, but remember, thoughts are things, and just because you can't see it, smell it, hear it, taste it, and touch it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And things like your thoughts and emotions impact you more than the physical world. So just a simple negative thought will have more of an effect than you realize. And when these thoughts grow and accumulate, then this is when you start having physicalized conditions to the body. So it's important to think positive as much as you can. And if you catch yourself doing something negative, then try to turn it around, because this again is affecting your energy levels. Keeping good company is key. And again, with limited time, we have to maximize the time that we have in order to really keep up those interactions that are meaningful and joyful to us. So as much as you can, if somebody makes you happy, try to spend more time with them. Try to make the time so that you can create those connections and really foster those relationships. Really important. Those will also bring up more positive energies and improve the energy within yourself. And just as we have a list of things that we need to do to improve our energy, it's also worth mentioning things that we shouldn't do, or the energy don'ts that will bring down the energy within us. So don't eat unhealthily or excessively, and this is quite important for obvious reasons. Don't overwork. And I put boundaries here because this is one of the single most important things that I find with people today, that people don't know how to keep their boundaries and protect the energy that they have. People, whether you're working and always saying yes and not saying no enough, there are ways to say no that will create a win-win situation. You don't have to have arguments, but it's about protecting your energy at the end of the day. And this is crucial because if you're giving too much and doing too much, then you're going to burn out. You're going to get overworked, overstressed, overwhelmed. And this isn't going to allow you to give the most or give the best of yourself for what you need to give to your family, to your work situations, or your personal life. Don't feel sorry for yourself. This is so important, and you have to understand that you are not a victim. At a certain point in my life, for a lot of my younger life, I thought I was a victim. Things were happening to me. People were treating me badly, and these things are all true. They all happened. But there's a way to turn things around so that your mindset is more focused on the energetic perspective of things. And that's why I've created the Energy Mastery course, because these are the fundamental principles that you need to understand in order to fully understand and appreciate energy and how it works. And once I understood all of this, then I started seeing things differently. I started handling situations differently and seeing them in a different light. And what it allowed me to do was take myself out of this victim mentality, and it empowered me to start creating the life that I truly desired. Okay, so this is a huge one. Empowerment is so important, and sometimes it just takes a few nuggets of information for you to realize how things are really working. So if you want to create a life like this, then maybe you need to stop doing certain things, stop thinking certain things, and by just adjusting that, it's possible to move forward to that life that you want. Don't be rude or unkind, and this is the opposite of being kind to others, obviously, and not only will it affect you and your energy, but it will also not help the other person. Don't be idle and inactive, okay? Sometimes we are busy and we want to relax, but you have to understand, if you don't incorporate physical exercise into your day, then this won't help to expel some of that energy that needs to be expelled, the negative thoughts and emotions that you accumulate. And by doing exercise, this will facilitate that process. Don't procrastinate. Do what you say, but it's not just about doing what you say. Say what you do, okay? And those are two different things, but they're equally important. If you're going to do something or not do something, then it's important to communicate this as well, because then that brings another dimension of complexity where your relationships might suffer when someone else is involved and the expectations aren't being met. So do what you say and say what you do. Don't lie, cheat, and steal for obvious reasons. Don't worry excessively. And again, this might be easier said than done. How many people have heard somebody say to you, well, just stop worrying, okay? That will solve all your problems. It's not that easy. And as I said, when your mind is going like this, when there are so many things going on in your life, if you can't control your thoughts, if you can't control your emotions, then always start with your breath. That's the basic physical thing that you can do that will slow things down, because your breath and your mind are correlated. And when you can slow down your breath, then your mind will have to slow down. And doing this regularly will allow you to have the chance to breathe so that you can think more clearly, so that you don't see through that cloud of emotions that you're carrying around with you. Don't gossip or say negative things about people. Now, this is very important. A lot of people do this, but they don't realize what they're actually doing. It's important on many levels, but energetically, even if the person isn't there or doesn't hear what you're saying or doesn't get the information back, you are still connecting to them with an energetic link. Okay, so it's important that you don't do this, and especially on the physical human level, it's not nice to say things about other people that aren't productive, that aren't kind. So be mindful about your interactions and what you're actually talking about. So the next thing is, where do we go from here? Well, the first thing I have to say, all of these things are really simple. But just as I fall victim to this, if you don't write it down, if you don't schedule it, then you probably won't do it. Now, understanding that these things are important, that helps. But if you don't put it down and tell yourself that this is something that you're going to commit to, then chances are it might not get done. So the first thing you need to do is maybe schedule 20 minutes in the morning or 5 minutes at lunchtime, whatever it is. Put it in your calendar, put it in your diary, because these are important things that you need to do for your own health and well-being. Most of these things are simple, easy to do, and free, okay? They're low cost or free. So there really isn't any excuse not to do them. Don't wait until something goes wrong. Don't wait until you've accumulated a lot of these negative thoughts and emotions, and then something physicalizes into a condition where you have to take care of it that way. If you can do the preventative measures and improve your energy, then you'll find that life gets easier physically, emotionally, and mentally. Learn more about energy to change your mindset. Now, you may already know about energy in a different form. You already might be doing some mindset work or personal development work, but it doesn't hurt to learn more. Now, I have created this energy mastery course for this very reason. When I was working in corporate and when I was struggling with my life, I didn't understand what was going wrong. I felt like a victim. I didn't know that the things that I was doing, the things that I was saying, and the things that I was even thinking were all affecting the outcomes of my life. And so when I started learning about energy and these simple fundamental principles that you can put together, do more of these simple things to create a better life, then it just made so much sense to me that maybe I can help others as well who are struggling the way that I did. So learn about energy. It doesn't have to be through me. If you don't want, the internet has loads of sources. There are so many books, so many coaches, so many energy teachers out there. See what resonates with you, okay? Not everybody has to go through the same path or learn the same things. But as an entry point, then think about the Energy Mastery course, because it has helped many others, including myself. Now, I also offer one-to-one healing sessions. If you feel that you need a little bit more help, if you feel stuck in your life or you're having repeating patterns, then you might be at a point where you need a little bit of a boost or a clearing out to really move forward in your life. Visit my website, and if you have questions, please ask me, because these sessions can really help to give a kickstart into a better life. So I hope you enjoyed this webcast. There was a lot of information here, so I hope you've learned something, and I really hope you enjoyed the experiences of possibly even feeling energy. And if you didn't feel any energy, that's okay. Try it again. Practice makes perfect. And even with me, I didn't feel the first time, even the second time, or even the third time. But I know something was working, because doing the meditation, something was shifting within me. So give it a try, see how you go. I'd really love to hear if anything has happened to you, whether it's through the deep abdominal breathing, whether it's through pranic breathing, or doing meditation. I would love to hear if this has kickstarted something in your life and in your journey. Now, as I mentioned, as you registered for this webcast, you are going to be entered into a prize draw to win a free healing session from me. So the draw closes on September 30th, and the winner will be announced on October 1st. There's also a free live session with me on October 17th as well. Details in the description or below. And this is a 1-hour meditation and energy healing session where I'll do a deep emotional healing on all of the participants. So I hope you can join me for that too. So that's a wrap up from me. Hope you enjoyed it, and take care and stay inspired.